As you prepare to reflect on the Buddha's teachings tonight, find a quiet space. Lie down or sit comfortably. Let your hands rest softly. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and slowly breathe out. Again, inhale deeply. Hold it gently and release. Notice the air passing through your nose. Feel your body resting. Nothing to prove. Nothing to do. Now, turn your awareness inward. Let the day fall away. Let go of what you wanted and didn't get. Let go of what went right and what went wrong. There is no need to fix, chase, or change anything right now. You are safe. You are whole. You are enough as you are. Let your breath carry you to stillness. Now, as your body softens, as your heart becomes quiet, you are ready. Why do we always want more? The human mind is insatiable. We attain one thing and then long for another. Satisfaction is always on the next page. This guide is a gentle conversation between you and the Buddha, directed toward the restless heart that always wants more. It is dedicated to you who, before falling asleep, searches for a still place in the chaos of thought. When endless desires come at night, the world becomes quiet at night, but your mind does not. You lie down, exhausted, but your thoughts begin to spin. What if I had this? What if things were different? Desire comes not only for what is possible, but also for what is long past or what never even existed. This is not your fault. It is simply how the mind works, always reaching, always seeking, always hungry for something more. But here's the truth. Desire will never stop by satisfying it. Desire quiets only when it is understood, watched, and gently released. Buddha once said, "There is no fire like lust, no grip like hatred, no net like delusion, and no river like craving." Desire is like a river with no end. Even if you build dams of achievement or boats of success, the river will overflow. You must learn to step out of the current. Ask yourself gently, is this what I truly need, or just what my mind is chasing? If you can pause, breathe, and observe without judgment, you'll notice. The desire fades like mist. What remains is you, whole, undivided, and peaceful. You do not need more to be free. You only need to remember what cannot be taken away. Buddha teaches, contentment is the greatest wealth. Tonight, let your mind rest. Let your wanting soften. You are already enough. When what you have feels too small, sometimes you look around at your life and feel underwhelmed. You tell yourself, I should be grateful, yet something inside you whispers, is this really all? You compare your journey with others. Their joy looks brighter, their success seems easier, their life feels fuller. Suddenly, what you have, your home, your body, your work, your love, feels like not enough. But this feeling doesn't come from what you lack. It comes from the illusion that more is always better. The mind projects fulfillment into distant images, never here, never now. Buddha teaches, let go of what is before, let go of what is behind, let go of what is in between. With a heart free from all grasping, you shall no longer return to suffering. The desire for a different life blinds you to the grace of the one you already have. It keeps you from tasting the sweetness of a quiet morning, a shared smile, the breath in your chest. You may think, but I need ambition. I want to grow. Growth is beautiful, but not when it's fueled by self-hate or lack. True growth is rooted in peace, not restlessness. You are allowed to want more, but not because you believe you are less. Not because your life is unworthy. Buddha reminds us, health is the greatest gift. Contentment is the greatest wealth. Trust is the greatest kinship. Nirvana is the greatest joy. Before you sleep tonight, look at your life without comparison. Find one thing, just one, that is quietly beautiful. Let your heart soften toward it. What you have is not small. It is enough to begin peace. When desire turns to anger and jealousy, you see someone else succeed and it stings. They have what you wanted. Or maybe they have what you didn't even know you wanted. Until now, suddenly your thoughts burn hot. Why them? Why not me? You replay your efforts, your sacrifices. You search for fairness in a world that often offers none. This is the shadow side of desire. When it doesn't get what it wants, it turns bitter. It becomes jealousy, resentment, even rage. But Buddha gently warns us. From craving arises sorrow, from craving arises fear. For one who is free from craving, there is no sorrow. How could there be fear? When desire controls the mind, it distorts everything. It makes others into enemies. It convinces you that their gain is your loss. And so, your peace becomes hostage to someone else's fortune. But there is another way. A path that does not depend on winning, achieving, or outshining. It is the quiet joy that comes when you drop the measuring stick. When you stop asking, do I have enough? And instead begin to ask, can I rejoice in what is? Buddha tells us, do not envy others' success. Let go of resentment. The wise rejoice in the good fortune of others. Tonight, if jealousy rises, do not shame it. Just see it. See the aching desire beneath it and offer it compassion. That part of you is just trying to be safe, to be seen, to be loved. You don't need to push others down to rise. There is enough light for all. Let go of the heat. Return to the breath. And find, again, that your peace has never left you. When you're kept awake by overthinking, the lights are off, but your mind is still on. Thoughts rush in like waves that refuse to rest. You replay conversations, rehearse tomorrow's worries, searching for answers that never seem to come. You want sleep, but the mind won't let go. It clings to what was said, what wasn't done, what could go wrong, what should have gone better. This is the mind wrapped in its favorite habit, control. It believes that if it just thinks hard enough, it can protect you from pain, from failure, from loss. But the Buddha gently reminds us, the mind is difficult to control, swift and alights where it wishes. It is good to tame the mind, for a well-tamed mind brings happiness. What if thinking more is not the way out? What if peace begins where the thinking ends? You are not your thoughts. You are the awareness that can watch them come and go, just like clouds in a vast sky. Let the mind speak, but don't follow. Watch it gently, as you would a child lost in imagination. You don't have to silence it. Just don't obey it. The Buddha speaks of this freedom. Just as a solid rock is not shaken by the wind, the wise are not moved by praise or blame. You don't need to solve everything tonight. You don't need to fix, to plan, to perfect. Rest is sacred too. Let the breath come and go. Let the thoughts rise and pass. You are not here to fight the mind, only to witness it. And in that witnessing, peace will softly unfold. When you keep wanting more, desire whispers softly at first, promising fulfillment just around the corner. One more achievement, one more possession, one more recognition. And then, finally, peace. But peace never arrives. Instead, desire stretches its hands endlessly, pulling you forward, never allowing rest. Each more feels urgent, necessary, as if your happiness depends on it. This endless craving is like a fire that consumes without satisfaction. No matter how much fuel you add, the flame only grows, leaving you hollow and restless inside. The Buddha teaches us this profound truth. From craving arises sorrow, from craving arises fear. For one who is free from craving, there is no sorrow. How could there be fear? True freedom is found not in accumulating more, but in letting go of the need for more. When desire loses its grip, the mind becomes still. The heart finds contentment in the simple present moment. Imagine a lake, perfectly still and clear, reflecting the sky exactly as it is. When the wind of desire stirs the surface, ripples distort the reflection. Only when the wind ceases does the lake reveal its true clarity. The Buddha explains this serenity. He who is attached to desires will suffer much. He who lets go of desires experiences freedom. Tonight, observe your desires, not with judgment, but with clarity. See how they arise, how they pull you away from peace, and gently choose to release them, like leaves falling from a tree in autumn. The craving that once ruled your mind can be transformed into a quiet knowing that enough is enough. In this surrender lies the gateway to real peace, the peace that does not depend on conditions. When you're anxious about losing what you have, sometimes, even when you have what you desire, fear creeps in quietly. What if it slips away? What if the happiness you built suddenly crumbles? This fear of loss shadows your joy. It makes your heart tight, your mind restless. You cling tightly, afraid to let go. But this very clinging becomes a source of suffering. The Buddha reminds us of the impermanent nature of all things. All conditioned things are impermanent. When one sees this with wisdom, one turns away from suffering. Holding on too tightly is like grasping water with a clenched fist. The harder you hold, the more it slips through your fingers. The paradox is clear. Attachment causes anxiety, yet anxiety deepens attachment. True peace arises when we learn to accept change as the only constant. When you face the possibility of loss with openness rather than resistance, you free yourself from the trap of fear. The Buddha teaches, let go of the past, let go of the future, let go of the present. With a heart that is free, you will find peace. Tonight, notice the places where you clutch tightly to relationships, achievements, or possessions. Ask yourself, can I allow things to flow naturally? Can I meet uncertainty with trust rather than fear? By embracing impermanence, you cultivate resilience. Your peace becomes less fragile, less dependent on external conditions. In this way, loss no longer threatens your inner calm. Instead, it deepens your wisdom and compassion. When you're shaken by others' opinions, it's easy to feel unsettled when the world judges you. Criticism, rejection, or silence from others can make your heart tremble. You start questioning yourself. Am I good enough? Am I worthy? This outer noise often drowns out the quiet voice within. The desire for approval binds you like chains, and your peace becomes fragile, dependent on shifting opinions. The Buddha points to a deeper freedom beyond the judgment of others. What others think of you is their karma, not yours. Focus on your own path with mindfulness and compassion. He also reminds us, let go of the need for praise or blame. This is the path to true happiness. When you hold your value in the eyes of others, you give away your power. But when you root yourself in the steadiness of your own heart, you become unshaken by praise or criticism. Tonight, try to feel the solidity beneath your fears. Find the part of you that is constant and whole, regardless of outside noise. You are not your reputation. You are the awareness behind all passing thoughts and feelings. The wise philosopher Epictetus said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Choose to respond with calm presence. Let the opinions of others float by like clouds, while your inner sky remains clear and vast. When the day feels empty, some days pass by with a hollow feeling, as if nothing truly matters or lasts. You accomplish tasks, yet the satisfaction is fleeting. The world seems colorless, and your heart feels tired. This emptiness often comes from chasing desires that never fully fill the void. It's the echo left behind when what you sought no longer excites you. Buddha's teachings offer a profound insight into this experience. All conditioned things are impermanent. When one sees this with wisdom, one turns away from suffering. The impermanence of all things, including desire itself, is not a curse but a gateway. When you stop clinging to what fades, you open the door to lasting peace. The philosopher Alan Watts once said, the more a thing tends to be permanent, the more it tends to be lifeless. Emptiness is not emptiness at all, it is space. The fertile ground where new awareness can arise. Instead of fearing the quiet, lean into it. See it as a pause, a reset button, a chance to observe your true nature without distraction. Remember the Buddha's gentle guidance. Meditate. Do not delay. lest you later regret it. Use these moments of emptiness to come home to yourself. Let go of the endless to-do list, the constant craving, the urge to fix or fill. In the stillness, your mind can finally breathe. Your heart can rest. And you can touch the peace that has always been there, beneath the surface. True inner peace does not come from accumulating more or chasing after desires. It begins when we stop the endless pursuit and turn inward, to observe, accept, and understand ourselves as we truly are. The Buddha reminds us, peace comes from within. Do not seek it without. Your peace is not tied to possessions, achievements, or approval from others. It is your natural state, waiting patiently beneath the noise of craving. As you walk through life, remember this. When desire fades, freedom arises. When attachment loosens, the heart expands. Philosopher Thich Nhat Hanh beautifully said, "When you love someone, the best thing you can offer is your presence." Be present with yourself. Let go of what no longer serves you, and open your hands and heart to the vast, calm space within. May this journey guide you gently toward lasting peace. A peace that is not dependent on the world, but blossoming eternally from your own clear awareness.